Hey, what's up? It's Griffin Bear, aka the Coffee Guru. We're doing another video on my Breville machine. It's Breville Barista Express, and we're gonna do it cappuccino here. I'll show you guys. We did a caramel macchiato last time, and I need to upload these videos. And we talked a little bit last time about this machine and grind size. And how about a lot of the videos that I see, they give you a brief tutorial of it about what it does, but then it doesn't show you how to do it. So I worked at this, night and day trying to figure out how to get the grind right and how to do it right. And what I did is I started with the pressurized baskets, because that's what I had on my old machine. My old machine was a Mr. Coffee machine. So let's compare these two machines. I don't have it up here; it's downstairs, but it's Mr. Coffee. It's a basic machine that you get at Walmart. It was like 80 bucks or 60 bucks. Now, I thought it was pretty decent for espresso because I had never made one from a good machine, and it was it wasn't as good as Starbucks, but I don't know. I couldn't really tell because it was all made, and I wasn't watching them make it, Like, I got a friend at Starbucks, shout out to Laura at Starbucks, and sometimes I'd watch her make it, but the commercial machines, I didn't know what was going on. So I really had to start researching it and getting into it and figuring out all about coffee and where it comes from, what it does. And I found out coffee is actually, it's not a bean in the first place. It's a seed from like a cherry plant, or a coffee enthusiast will call it a cherry plant. It's a fruit plant, and it's just the pit of it, and then that is roasted. I'd like to eventually roast my own beans, so I turned this on just like it's been off and on all day. So the thermal block heats up pretty easy. And instead of a boiler, so a boiler's better, but it has its drawbacks. Cool thing is it steams milk in like 15 seconds. The boiler, the thermal boil is takes a while to do, and it's for steaming milk. But it keeps pretty consistent temperature. It has a PID temperature control, and it regulates the temperature, and it purges the water for you, like the more expensive machines, and it purges the water after you do a shot, and it purges it right down in the drip tray from down there, and you'll see steam coming out, and it's pretty cool because it purges the water that you would normally be purging yourself on like a $2,000-$3,000 machine, like if you're getting the Red Chilio, Sylvia, or one of those machines, one of the cool looking classic Italian espresso machines. This is from Australia. It has a little bit of differences. It has the cool tamper I talked about last time, how it goes right in there. And it doesn't have a commercial portafilter, so you can't swap it out with other ones, other cool commercial machines. If you get the Breville Oracle, that's the next one up. And then there's the Breville Oracle Touch. It's like 2,500 bucks. And it's a close to automatic, fully automatic machine. You put your thing in here, you do a little flick of the portafilter, and this one's pretty heavy. It's not like the cheap Mr. Coffee one. So it stays, and it's got a pretty good portafilter basket, and it stays pretty warm. It does hold its heat. What were we saying? I forgot what I was saying. So, yeah, it stays around like 200 degrees. You can control this one. And, but yeah, the Oracle, I'd like to have that one, but I think I'm not going to spend that much money. I'm going to get a nice Italian espresso machine that's constructed better. This is still, has its cheap things about it, Nice $3,000 machine is usually has brass connectors. The boiler is you probably have a dual boiler that you could do both things at the same time, like steam milk and pull a shot. You can get to the parts of the more expensive ones easier This one, you know, I don't even know how you would get into it. You know, and this is a brushed stainless steel, so it's not stainless steel. It's just plastic with, you can hear it, ding, ding, ding. Top's plastic. You can hear it. You can hear the plastic. So it gets kind of scraped up and stuff. It's not that big a deal, really. It doesn't look too bad. It still looks kind of cool. A brushed stainless steel finish. You know, looks pretty cool, I think. So, where is it? So, we got, where is it? Oh yeah, the Breville Oracle, the one. So it's got all you do is turn the tamper, and it grinds the beans just like this one, and the settings is more in depth for the grind amount and how much goes in there. So you can measure how much goes in there. It's easier. This one I can measure what goes in there. All I have to do is put this on a filter or on a scale, you know, and tear it off and then weigh it out and see how much is in there, so I could get the same amount every time to be more consistent. That's what it's all about, being consistent on your shots, to get consistent shots every time and not get crap every other time, you know, and you get a good shot every once in a while. So this one doesn't have a commercial style portafilter, so I can't swap it out with commercial style stuff, you know. I can't put a commercial naked portafilter on it. So I think this one makes one or a bottomless portafilter, not a naked one, a bottomless portafilter. I think that one, I think this company makes one for that. That's just the bottom that's, instead of having, the bottom, let me see if I can get it, the bottom stuff on there, it's open. So it's all open. So what it does is it lets you see how your shots are pulling. If you're pulling a crap shot, and it's going to show you if you have cracks and stuff in your puck, and if it's the uniform shot. So let's pull this. I have the grind amount right on the top. My beans are like 4 days old. My grind size is at 2. That's pretty fine. So let's pull a shot here. Double shot. So beans are getting kind of low. Those need to be taken care of. See, we add some more beans, but right now we're good. So, like always, when you pull a shot, it's gonna come up way extra. And just like if you use ground up coffee and you have this much, you have way too much coffee in there. But this is light and airy, and it packs in there. You know, it's gonna go down a couple inches. So what I did is kind of moved around there to get it kind of moved around some of those spaces. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna put it on there and go straight down. I'm gonna push as hard as I can. And then I'm going to put my hand on there and push. And I'm going to put my hand on there and push down, put a lot of weight on it because I want a really packed shot. Because that's what it's all about. A lot of compression. So it's gonna look like that, and I underdose it a little bit. So I find that it builds more pressure. I don't want to go over the pressure gauge, but I want it to be right, straight up and down. It seems like when it's right, straight up and down, up like right here, He seems to be the best. So, flush the group head. Now I have my milk here ready, my 1% milk. It has a steam pitcher that was already included. I got it filled up to right where it starts to bow out a little bit. And let's see, then we're gonna make coffee in our Mickey Mouse coffee cup. And I'm gonna go ahead, here, check out my lasagna I made. It looks a lot better than, or it looks a lot better, or it is a lot better than it looks. I found this dude too, check him out. Whoa, that's creepy, isn't it? I did that in ceramics class, my art classes, when I was in college. So I'm gonna put sugar in there first. So I just want it sweet. And this coffee actually will not need sugar because we're gonna brew it right, and the sweetness from the milk is going to sweeten it up. My grid, lock it in place. And I'm gonna go ahead and measure my shot out. And I want it to come out nice and slow, and I want the pressure to be right in the middle there. And it's gonna prefuse for a minute, and when it starts to come out, get a nice slow drip till it runs even. Pressure is right there where it should be, it's consistent. It did a prefuse and then shot up there. It's just where I like it. This is doing great. A lot of crema already starting in there. It's looking really dark. My shot, I have right at 2 ounces, and the crema will settle down and it'll come up to be right just a little bit more too. Let's see how that looks. That's really pretty. It's a nice orange. It's got some tiger striping in there. Some flecks of black. It's really nice looking. It's really beautiful crema. It sits right down there. My sugar is just going to dissolve down there. So I'm going to steam milk. What I'm going to do is purge the steam on and start it up. So what I like to use is whole milk, but since it makes me fat, I can't use whole milk all the time. Skim milk or 1% milk, that's what I'm using. Doesn't work as good as that, but so I stop it for a second, start it back up. I'm gonna steam my milk right on the stream tray, or the drip tray, and I'm gonna start it up, getting it warm and swirling it around in a circle by just putting the steam on right under the top of the milk. You can hear the Italian pump from doop, 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 sucking in the water. That is typical with most of your Italian pumps. So my espresso, the crema is still there. It's still looking perfect. And I'm going to go ahead and it's warm. Pull it up. I'm going to pour it right over my sugar. Just let the crema drip into there. You can see it's hot, steaming. Now I'm going to start putting some air bubbles in my milk. I'm going to pull it up slow. So I hear that noise. And with my finger I checked to see how the temperature was. Stretching milk is just stretching the proteins in the milk. And it's a lot easier to do with the fat that's in the whole milk. We've already been up to the top. This one's about doubled. And I'm going to feel the side. So it's really hot now. I'm going to turn it off. Wait till it ends. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to purge my steam on right away for like 5 seconds. And there's a damp towel that I have ready.